Hi, this is Shannon with For the Love of Lulu channel. Today's subject is how do I keep my litter boxes smelling decent, fresh, and only clean them once a week in an 11-cat household. Now, these suggestions will also help potentially you extend the litter life of your litter in a single cat or a 2-cat household as well. I'm just going to explain what I do in order to do that. Now, one, I was having to wash the litter boxes, like soap and water, all of that, every 5 days. And I was going through a ton of litter. Therefore, I decided to try something and see if it would work. And I'm going to explain what I do. To clean the litter boxes, I use regular dish soap. I have a Melaleuca subscription, so I use their soap. And lemongrass essential oil. I put a few drops in squirt a little bit of the dish soap in it. I take the boxes outside. I put water in it. It gets sudsy. I let it soak for 20 minutes. Lemongrass essential oil breaks down cat urine enzymes, right? It breaks it down so that it gets that smell out, right? And if you have plastic litter boxes like I do, that smell over time, it's very strong in the plastic. That's what I do when I clean. Now, I used to use clay litter. I am not a fan of clay litter just because, one, when they go to the bathroom, urinate, it clumps together super like mud, Arizona mud. If you know what the dirt is like in Arizona when it rains, it can be very difficult to dig, right? It's super hard even when it's dry, but it's very hard, right? The clay litter. And it's heavy. This is not heavy. These are silicone litter bags. And this is what I use for my litter boxes. I have one of those decorative plastic litter boxes that has a little plant sticking out the top. So when people come in, they don't even realize it's a litter box, okay? I bought one of those, and that's out here in the hallway near the front door, near my office and the guest bathroom. That one I put in the senior, Dr. Elsie's senior cat litter, because I have some cats, they're a little older, they're 13 years old, 10 to 13 years old, and they tend to prefer the finer silica litter, okay? Now, for the rest of my boxes, I have 3 other boxes in the house. Now, I know the rule is like 1 box per cat. Now, I'm not going to have 11 boxes in my house. It would take up my whole house. So, I have a total of 4 boxes, okay? For the other they're smaller litter boxes than the decorative one, okay? But I use Arm & Hammer after I've dried the litter boxes, scrubbed them and dried them, that I put a layer of Arm & Hammer baking soda, and that's why I get the 10.8 pound, is because I use this once a week, right? I'm able to wash the boxes once a week. I've extended it to once a week. Now, recently I was able to wash it in 1 week and 1 day, 8 days, okay? So my method is working because I'm not having to wash the litter boxes every 5 days, okay? So I put a layer of the baking soda down. Then this is from Petco, So Fresh. It comes in pink and blue. I prefer the blue. The pink is nice looking, but I just prefer the blue because I have blue litter boxes, so it just kind of goes nicely, and it goes with the rest of the litter, color of the litter. So I put majority of this in each box, right? And then it's finer too, but I don't think it's as fine as Dr. Elsie Senior. Okay. Then this is made for pets, and I buy it on Amazon. I take the chunkier cat crystal litter and I put like a layer on top of the finer one. And because they're supposed to have really good odor control, both of them. And so that's what I do there. Now, after that, for the daily scooping, I scoop twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, because I have finicky cats that if there's any poo in the box, they are not happy, especially my Caesar kitty Thor. He doesn't want to go in a box even with one turd. I just want you to know that. So I scoop it, or else he leaves me a present on the floor right in front of the litter box. And, a little pile present, okay? So I scoop more than once a day, okay? Plus, I have clients, like I said in my other videos, I have clients that come to my home office, and I want everything smelling nicely. I don't want, days old pee and poo that hasn't been scooped in my litter boxes. Now, after I scoop in the morning, I do this in the morning. You could do it after every scoop. But I spray this, it's called My Pet Peed, and I have it in a spray bottle. And I spray along the inside of the box, the sides of the box, and a little bit on top of the litter for all the boxes. And that seems to make the litter last longer, right? I said I have 11 cats in this household, and it keeps the smell with the litter boxes. Now, when they are coming due to be cleaned, I can smell sometimes 1 or 2 of the litter boxes. I have to be in the room with them. It's not that bad where they're at, but I smell them, and I'm like, yeah, tomorrow's, litter box day, so I know I need to clean it. Okay, so that's my litter box routine, and this is so much lighter to lift. These bags, right? This is like 4.4 pounds. This is 8 pounds. This is 8 pounds as well. They're a lot lighter than the big clay boxes, okay? I really have nothing against the clay. I used it for a long time. It's just that can get really hard to scoop out of the litter box when they urinate. And I want more ease and simpleness, but yet it works, right, in my life. And that's why I switched over, because this seems to work better for my cats and for me. And that's all for my litter box routine. I hope this helps you. What I do, you might already do this, and I'm just giving you confirmation and validation. So happy scooping.